Morning, I'm Tim Kelleher, Pima Community College, and I am going to give you the safety briefing for our working labs. Now, the number one thing you need to think about in safety is common sense. When you walk into our labs here, make sure that you are fully aware of what's going on around you. You are the only one that's going to be able to prevent the safety hazards from occurring. You have to watch out for the other person, all right? Because there's a lot of people in here moving around, doing electrical and plumbing and HVAC, welding, cutting pipe, and you have to be conscious of what you're doing at all times, all right? Whenever you walk into this hard lab, you must have glasses on, period. Gloves and glasses are the number one thing that you're going to be here in this lab with. You don't have these, you're not going to do a lab. Now, leather palms are pretty good. Don't be coming in here with these garden gloves and those big overgrown brush gloves. You can't feel anything with it. Invest about 20 bucks, 10 to 20 bucks at the Home Depot or Lowe's or Ace, and they'll hold up for you, and you can, it's your body, all right? That's all I can say about it. The safety glasses, these are prescription ones. If you have prescription, great. If you don't, and you just have the regular glasses, that will do, all right? Now, that's the number one concern right there, all right? The other thing that I want to discuss with you is our evacuation plan. Now, you know, a lot of schools have had problems in the past. I don't expect anything to happen here, but we do have our individuals at the downtown area that can be a little shady. So here we have our evacuation plan for the college. It's located on the walls in the classrooms. It's color-coded, and you need to pay attention to this. Be aware where this is at, because if one of the instructors and myself tell you to evacuate, the immediate thing you need to do is shut down your equipment, be sure it's safe, all right? Don't drop the welding torch when it's still lit and run. Not a good drill exercise. Shut off the power, shut off the gases, grab your books, and go in the direction that the instructor tells you. Now, this is the ST building that you're in, ST West, better known. We have this long sidewalk that you see out here, and we have the parking lot to our north, all right? There are several ways of getting out of this building. We're going to show them to you. The first one is out the front door that you came in, all right? If you're in what we call the soft lab area, all right, out by my desk, you'll exit that door on the east side of the classroom, which would be somewhere in here, and head all the way out to the far end of point 5. That's our meeting area, point 5. That's over by the Shell gas station and the bus stop right there. Mingle together in one group. We won't know what exactly happened until we get there, but we want everybody accounted for. The other method of getting out of here is going through our back door, which we'll show you, into the backyard and out the side gate, which will bring you still out in this area, okay? And then again, just calmly walk over to the area, because we do have situations where there may be an ambulance called for a student, or sometimes we have a fire because of electrical problem or whatever. All right? But you will be informed of what's going on as you are proceeding out there. All right? The other thing that you want to be aware of is pay attention of the people in these vests around here. They're going to direct you. They may direct you a different place than number 5. All right? Common sense tells me whoever's wearing that vest is in charge. All right? Now, if you want to go out to 5, go out to 5. That's your right. We can't stop you. But if he's telling you, he or she is telling you to head east or west or south, then you need to do that because there's a reason that they're saying that. Maybe this is an active shooting area. All right? Maybe there was a bomb threat or something over in this area. So these people that are in these vests around here have communications. Pay attention to that. All right? If nobody's telling you where to go, you go right up to here. All right? We'll find you. The instructor or lab techs will direct you. They'll lead the way, basically. Okay? Now, knowing that, please be aware of where this is at in the classrooms. All right? The next thing I want to talk about is our safety area. Okay? Now, you'll see that we have safety glasses. Now, wait a second. He just told me I had to have safety glasses. Absolutely. I don't clean these as often. You want to wear them? That's your prerogative. All right? But your glasses and your gloves are the best scenario because somebody before you may have forgot their glasses. There's no more glasses. You came all this way for nothing because you're not going past this point. Dust collection, all right? Dust masks, all right? You just open it up, grab you one, use it, throw it away. And you know, if you have a cold and you're barking all over the place, put one of these on, all right? Because, you know, it's really difficult if you get sick at college. It's going to put you back at least a week, all right? So if you're sick, preferably stay at home. We'll adjust that. But if you do come in and you're sneezing and throat's all clogged up, wear the mask. Hearing protection, same thing. Use them, dispose of them, all right? Our first aid kit, now we'll have first aid kits around the lab, but the bottom line is if you get a minor cut, this will take care of it for you. If you get a minor burn, we have the resources for that as well. All right? Remember, if you get a burn from touching hot metal or the torch burnt you or whatever, all right, we have the equipment to put your hand in ice or whatever. If your shirt catches on fire, don't run around. Just pull it off or drop, all right, and put it out that way. All right? So the phone system is here to ensure that we get incoming messages. If it's an alert or a training alert, we know how to adapt to that. But the instructor or lab tech may be busy with the individual that's hurt. Come up here, dial 911. Don't worry about the campus police. Don't worry about anybody else. 911 will automatically call the campus police. All right? First things first. All right? And stay calm. And you are in the ST West building, classroom ST 151 or 150, which is next door. Just let them know what's the problem, what's going on. They may have you stay on the line. Just stay on there because you're the main communicator. Whoever touches this phone, that's in charge with the cops. all right, period. Nobody else breaks in, you have to take care of it. Let's see, we do have some gloves up here. Again, they may or may not be there, all right. Our MSDS sheet is all packed up in here. Our lockout tagout keys for the surrounding area is always up here, all right. And then just take a second to view all this when you come in. I suggest that after you take the briefing, come in here, walk around so you're familiar with things, all right. So now I'm going to walk you around and show you are in what is known as the hard lab, all right. Down the hallway here towards machine tool is both the women's and the men's bathrooms. Also, the drinking fountains. One thing that you need to be aware of, and I know safety is boring as all get out, but in the women's bathroom, they have the tampons, all right? If you got quarters, that's a good source for major absorption of blood, all right? Grab, put in quarters if you happen to have it. Unfortunately, it doesn't take a ATM card or a credit card, but you know, if you just think about that for a split second, you rip that open, put it on a wound, and sometimes you can get very serious wounds in here. That's an excellent source of bandage, all right? Now I'm going to show you where the AED machine is at, the eye wash machine, and how to evacuate this building. This is your drinking fountains. This is the wash hand spot, all right, sink. And you can use this as an emergency situation if you get burnt or you get something in your eyes, all right? But all you have to do is wave underneath it and it'll all come out for you, all right? Somebody will be assisting you as well. This is a temporary spot. We do have a decontamination station for eye wash, and I'm going to show you that here. You're in the machine tool area right now, right next to the bathrooms, so please get familiar with that. This is the male bathroom. This is the female bathroom, and there's the machines I was telling you about, so that if we have a serious injury, ask people for quarters, all right? And get as many as you can. So let's say there's an accident. You went over to the machine tool where we're still at actually, but you went to the wash basin to wash off the cut or get the chemicals out of your eyes. Now you want to get washed down thoroughly, all right? This is the welding section. The crash bars, you just open them up and you're going to go straight through to automotive. Now just be careful because there's going to be students in here as well trying to do things and they may not be aware of the situation. All right? You keep coming down and it should start coming in focus to you is that yellow spot down here, which is the eye wash facility. Now, there may be something near it, in front of it, just push it out of the way, all right? Pull the pin, hit the panel, or pull down on the arm here, and it just flushes out water. This is an 1.5-inch pipe. Water just pours out of this thing. If you need your eyes, all right, it has the release lever. It pops up. You hit this handle, and water comes up and hits you in the eyes. All right, just there'll be somebody with you, hopefully, trying to assist you in any means possible. But this is where the eye wash facility is located, in the automotive lab. All right? So now you know where the eye wash is. Let's just say somebody's having a stroke, all right, heart problems. You need to give them first aid and CPR or the use of the AED machine. Now you don't need to study this because it's idiot proof for the most part, all right? They check it every month. When you open this bag up, it has a talking instructions, step-by-step instructions. That's the door into welding. You went through that going to the eye wash. This is right as you enter the automotive lab, the AED machine. Now, with the AED machine, all right, when you open this door, it's going to buzz. All right? Pull the packet out. It's all in one box. Pull it out, open it up, follow the instructions. All right? Pull the shirt off or cut it, however you need to do it, and put the pads in the right position, and then stand back and hit the button, and it'll give this electrical shock to get the heart rate or heartbeat moving again, hopefully. All right? So again, walk through the labs to understand where everything's at, because you're really going to feel stupid and bad if you can't remember where something is at in an emergency situation. All right? Take a 5-minute walk. It isn't going to hurt you. Now we're in the lab, we're back in the hard lab, okay? Remember I told you the instructor is going to tell you, hey, it's time to pack it up. We have a situation. I want you to move out and evacuate to Station 5. We already know where Station 5's at, but again, people in the vests may be directing you somewhere else. So, you're in here doing your thing. I come in and I say, all right, everybody shut down, drop everything you're doing, secure your goods that you have with you, shut off everything that's you're using so it's in a safe position, all right, and follow me. Now, we're going out the back door. And you'll see that there's a fire extinguisher here, the fire pole alarm, and the first aid kit, again, at this end of the building. These are tools to use, all right? Another one is the crash bar. You come out. You may even be working out here, all right? Somebody tells you, again, drop it, shut everything down, follow the group. Open up the crash door, and you're going to follow the instructor or lab tech all the way out to the main drag out there, over the little footbridge, and you're going to hang a right at the end of the parking lot, and that's Assembly 5. That's our assembly area. Now this is the other door I was talking to you about. All right. You'll exit through the soft lab. All right. Come through this door and exit out the same way everybody else is going. All right. Just follow the group. Let me emphasize the safety aspect one more time. You know, take that 5 minutes. Go through this place, understand it. all right? It could save a life. It really could. The simple things of knowing where the women's bathroom is, knowing that, hey, you know, you may need to have quarters on you or ask people for quarters, where the phone is, where the AED machine is, where is the shower, all right? All those things are important. If you're working out back, the instructors and myself will be walking around checking on everybody constantly anyway. But think about things like, because you're out of sight, don't take the shortcuts, please. If it's the hot weather, we have water and ice available outside. Be sure you use it. Do not get dehydrated. Sodas, sports drinks, all those things, they don't work. Water will save your life. The other thing we prefer to happen is if you're working with pairs outside, but not necessarily will that always happen. If you have a medical emergency outside, go over to where there's shade. There's some awnings out there. Get under that. Heat stroke, heat cramps, all very common in here. And everybody says, oh, I'm dealing just fine. Well, you know, I've been doing this way too long. And I picked way too many bodies up off the ground because they thought they were hydrated. There's nothing wrong with just drinking water all the time you're out there. And even in the winter time, drink the water, all right? The other thing is, in the winter time, be very careful out there because there's shade. We get ice formed, not thick, but it will happen every once in a while. You got to just take the precautions, all right? You'll see when you come in here, we have several forklifts around the college. We have 2 of them right here in our division. We have a motorized one that is battery operated, and then we have one that's propane operated that is much larger. So, do I need to tell you, don't smoke? There's signs out there, but don't go outside and smoke in this area. There's designated smoking areas. Find them. Matter of fact, there's one out on the south side of this classroom that you're in. You can't smoke back here at all. We have gas lines out there. We got exposed to the natural weather. There could always be a chance of something leaking. We check it, but you know, stuff happens. So be paying attention of what's around you at all times. And don't be afraid to stand up to somebody. If you see them doing something unsafe, ask them nicely. If they can't understand that situation, come get me or one of the instructors and we'll straighten the problem out real quick. So, pay attention to sounds around you as well. The forklifts, we're moving equipment, AC units, lumber, steel, constantly. If you're out back there anywhere and you think you're away from safety or doing your projects here and you decide to walk down by welding and out that back gate down there, have your safety equipment on because the welding students are grinding away out there, all right? And it only takes a very small shard of steel to really cause some pain and injury there to you. Now let's talk about something that's really close to my heart. Lab cleanup. Now listen, I enjoy working with people. I give them the freedom that they need. But I also require the respect of the students and the faculty as well. That if you make a mess, you clean it up. If I have to go find you, we got an issue. When you finish, if you're in the evening courses, this place, both soft lab hard lab, outside area, closes at 6:45, period. All right? 15 minutes before class is over, because it will take you that much time to start cleaning up. And I know there'll be people trying to push it. Well, it isn't fair to us, because we want to leave here at 7 o'clock as well. We've been here all day. And because you want to stretch it out, that's not right. All right? And then the instructors are staying late. They're getting mad. We're here. We're getting mad. You're upset because you can't finish something. Well, you know, better planning on your part prevents poor performance. Plan, give yourself enough time. That's where the accidents start happening. And I can give you story after story. Student's trying to rush with the electrical panel box and zaps himself. Student leaves the gas on the gas cylinders. He doesn't clear the bottles. All right? All these little minor details, cutting threads on the power threaders. Oil and shavings are all over the floor. Wrong. I'm not the house cleaning. You make a mess, you clean it up. I find out that it isn't cleaned up, I'm coming to see you and we're going to have a little one-to-one discussion. Everybody makes a mistake. Don't make it a habit. The trade safety. You'll see once you walk in here that we're pretty tight. You have to be paying attention 24/7 when you're in here. There's no headphones in the ears listening to your music. All right? You're not talking on the cell phone with your boss or your wife or your boyfriend or whatever, saying, hey, you know, I've honestly seen people trying to cut metal with shears with the phone or with the mouthpiece or doing brazing. No, wrong answer. It's common sense. It's common courtesy. If you want to talk, you shut down your area, you park it outside, and you can talk all day long. But not in here. Because it's tight, if you're done using a chair, pick it up, put it back on the table. We need the chairs up at all times if they're not being used, because it gives us a little bit more room and it's a safety factor. We went over the headphones and the cell phones. I don't care if it's wireless or otherwise. It doesn't belong in here. And your boss, you're on call. We understand that. Take it outside. That's all we ask. I want you to be safe in here. That is our last priority of anybody getting hurt. In 20 years, I've called the ambulance one time because somebody was diabetic and wasn't taking their insulin properly, and it was hot outside, and he was drinking sodas, and you know, one thing led to another. You know, we treated him, we waited for the ambulance, they took him away. All right? Anything can happen here. It's just like a real job site. All right? You constantly have to be paying attention to what's going on. All right? If you're out on the, what we call the spine, that long sidewalk out here, and you're doing measuring or whatever it may be, we need to know that you're out there. Don't be slick and try to go get the tools and then go out there on your own, because then we don't know that you're out there. If I don't see a student that's out there and I poke my head outside, then we got an issue. All right? So please be part of the team. Think safety at all times. As soon as you walk in these doors, get everything else out of your mind. The kids crying, the wife up on my butt. You know, I'm having problems with these questions. Stay focused. All you have to do is go to a website or watch TV, you know, the dumbest acts. people do stuff just for fun, but the repercussions of that are enormous, all right? And as long as I'm in charge of my labs, we're not going to have a safety issue, all right? The last thing I want to talk to you about is how to find a lab. So now we're back in the soft lab area. What you see is a slew of toolboxes. Then there'll be some boards over here, and then there's larger toolboxes. Then there's out in the other hard lab, there may be labs all over the place. Well, if you don't know where to work at, this is the tool to use. This book is typically on this shelf in one of the areas. If you open it up, you'll see all the different courses that we have. All right? And we'll just use, I don't know, 113. 113's in this case, or I think it's going to become 107, BCT 107, whichever. It tells you what the lab number is, so you got to have your lab instructions, where the tool is located, what is the item of the tool. It may be a toolbox, it may be a board, it may state to go out to the hard lab, all right? And there's numbers on the equipment to tell you where that's at, all right? But it's pretty self-explanatory. We try to keep it up to date, all right? It's very, very useful tool, all right? Do not write in this book. If there's an issue, leave me a message, or have the instructor leave me a message is even better, all right? Remember, we're here to train you in a trade, not to have you be decapitated or electrically executed or fingers chopped off or have a stroke in the middle of class. This is a working lab. We're here to help you get a career. We don't want any accidents. I don't care about the paperwork, the news media. I am concerned about our students. So don't come in here after you went to TDs or went to smoke a joint because you have a card. If you're under the influence of anything, sniffing glue, whatever it might be, paint inhaling, alcohol, drugs, anything, don't waste your time coming in here, all right? Because you will be kicked out, all right? We're always going to go on the presumption that safety is number one. And if we sense that there's something wrong, we're going to take action. Again, safety is everybody's job. If we miss it, you pick it up. All right? I want this to be a very safe environment for people to learn their trade. So therefore, take heed of what I ask. Visit the classrooms, the outside area, know where you have to go for an emergency evacuation. And if we do, by chance, have a lockdown, which means nothing more than we shut the doors, all right? For everybody else's sake. By law, I can't stop Johnny from walking out that door, all right? But if Johnny walks out that door, he may give the opportunity for somebody that is on the outside we don't want in to come in and do something even more horrific. All right? So if we ask you to lock down, stay put. All right? Just stay put. Otherwise, have a great time here learning your career field. Thank you.